country and all-purpose yardage per game. I mean, it's not just the carries, it's the ability to catch the ball, it's kicking game.
Yeah.
What kind of a weapon is he, especially this year when Coach Rodor is talking about him finishing runs really well?
So he's a huge weapon, and that's what the guy we recruited. Still probably the greatest performance I've seen as a coach in my life was when I went to the state championship game and he was 520 and 8 touchdowns. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was a state championship. It wasn't like he was playing, a preseason game against some team in the lower division, and that's what he's capable of. And sometimes there's an adjustment when you get to college and all of a sudden you're sharing the role with some guys, and you got Elijah Hood, and really he's always been great for us, but last year, it really clicked for him, and he just took off, and really he's just grown since then, and he's playing tremendous, and I expect it all year, and it's great to have him.
Why do you think he's able to do? We've seen blow-up games from him, before, but he gets a limited amount of work sometimes, all around. But what does that say about his mentality to be able to perform with the limited work to make the most of him this year so far?
Well, obviously he's unselfish, and he's a great teammate. And he's about, what do I got to do to help this team win? So if that means I'm only getting 10 carries, then I'm going to be unbelievable in the return game too. And when he has an opportunity to block, he blocks. His pass pro has gotten so much better since he's been here. He's really worked hard at it. Even in the run game, his blocking's been really good. So everything he's done has been full speed, and it's been that way in practice for the last season and a half, and it's really showing on the game field.
How was
Well, I just want to follow up with something else, actually. Coach Rodor said he wasn't sure about what's going on with Tommy Hatton as far as how soon he would be back. Are you in contact with him regularly, kind of? Do you have any idea of when he might be back?
No, there's no set date. I'm in contact with him daily, so hopefully soon. But, yes, I'm in contact with him, but I do not have a date.
Do you expect him back?
I do.
Okay.
I do, yes.
And my question is about RJ Prince.
Sure.
I watched the game and I thought he did pretty well. What were your thoughts, kind of grading the tape on how he performed against Illinois?
He did an admirable job. A little shaky at first, which was expected. We had an RPO on the first play, and he kind of overset he don't know we're going to throw it, but he overset the guy, and then next thing you know, he thinks it's a run and it's a pass, and kind of flushed the quarterback, and then it was the first or second third down, he kind of jumped and got a procedure penalty. But then after that, he settled down and did a nice job. His protection was really good all night. There was only one play where he actually lost on a block. He didn't give up a sack, but he lost late. And then run game wise, when he was doing what he was supposed to, right track, hands and hat, he moved people, and he did a real nice job. So if he can continue to develop every day like that and have confidence, he can do a really good job for us.
Do you see him getting a lot better with just the live game experience and progressing this season?
He's got all the tools to be as good a lineman as we've ever had here. It's just got to come confidence. He's got to believe in it. He's got to want it. And if he just keeps coming along and doing that, he's got the tools to be a great one.
You said that you believe the time he's coming back, but he's not here right now, and there is no, obviously, definite timetable. Have you considered maybe moving somebody else over into that right guard spot just in case something happens with RJ, or because I know that Brad's sort of kind of middling back there as well?
Yeah, well, Brad's gotten a bunch of reps with the twos at right guard, and Mark Updegraff has moved up and gotten a bunch of reps at center. So
that's allowed Brad to shift over and focus at right guard pretty much most of the time now?
Yes, 90%. I still give him some snaps just in case. But Mark Updegraff, he's been our third center, and he's a guy that's improved, every semester, and he shows some flashes of being a really good player for us. So, his preparation last week was really good. So I wouldn't be afraid to put Mark in the game. So, we've got it too deep. Okay, we can't go much further.
But just in case it's sort of been an issue at right guard, when you think of what you had maybe 6 months ago and what you have now.
Oh, it's when you lose T-Bird and then you lose Hatton, then you're starting to think third and fourth guys, but you move a guy that was a tackle in, and so but that's part of the deal. You got to keep developing these guys, and that's why I always cross-train them, because you just don't know what's coming your way next, and so you can't get caught where you're not ready. So that's why guys are constantly learning other positions. So Polino's still getting reps. He can move to right guard if we needed. So I feel like we're still okay there.
T-Bird, is that Ferrano's nickname?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, all we say is T-Bird. You guys didn't know that?
Why do you call him that?
John Ferranto from New Jersey, okay? We go into our meeting room, and guys always give each other a nickname. So our first year, he comes in, and it was either Travis Bond or Brendan Williams, one of those guys that says, "Hey, from Jersey, Johnny T-Bird," and he's been T-Bird ever since.
I look at him now. I call him Coach.
Yeah,
he was dressed like one of you guys the other night.
Oh, he's still got a vital role. He's with the team. He actually meets with RJ at lunchtime, so it's just another guy that's played another voice. He meets with him daily, which I think is great. And then on game day, he's doing the personnel cards, and so he's still a big part of who we are, and I want him around us as much as possible.
Is he like a student assistant?